know, over the years I've been shot at, cussed at, spit at, threatened, everything else that you can imagine. But it's something that you feel led to do, and you go back to work the next day. People come to you looking for help or advice, and it's a good feeling when you know that you were able to help them and make a difference in their life, which in turn makes a difference in your community.
For most of us, a speeding ticket would be the beginning of a bad day. But for police officers like William Sowell, a day full of nothing but traffic stops would be a day at the beach. As a constable for Nacogdoches County, he's had to evict families, make arrests, and even save a runaway criminal from a fiery car crash.
Watch that gas tank on this thing, Will. That's blazing.
They're human beings regardless of the things they've done, and in law enforcement, you're in it to help people.
Come on! Pull, guys! Damn.
And if these kind of people need the help, I want to be there for them too. We've got these papers, Gerald. Like I said, this one, I think it's 770.
For 26 years, Williams tried to make his community safer, kinder, and more responsible by dealing with people who are the opposite. And one reason he's still good at his job today is because he finds time to forget about it.
I've learned if you're going to stay in law enforcement for any length of time, you need something to take your mind off of work when you're off. It's one of the few jobs that you wear a gun and a ballistic vest to work every day.
William, wound up tight, unwinds on a wheel of wood. His worries fall away. His duties will wait. And the only thing he's investigating is the mystery of beauty.
I'm a million miles away from anywhere else, and it's just me and this piece of wood. And it's so relaxing and rewarding that it seems like I've only been out there 10 or 15 minutes, and I look at the clock and it's been 3 hours. The neat thing that I enjoy is I'm going to be the first person to ever see the inside of this. We don't know what's in there, and that just kind of pulls at me that I get to be the first one to see it, then I get to share it with other people.
He calls his creations Will's Woodworks. They are intricate bowls of all shapes and sizes, made by one man in his backyard sanctuary. And thanks to the infinite variations of Mother Nature and Father Time, each bowl is born with a unique personality.
Sometimes I have a vision, but Mother Nature and this piece of wood sometimes dictate the direction you're going to go. That's one of the neat things to think about it, is that they're all one of a kind, and there will never be another one exactly like it.
Each bowl takes its character from not only its shape, but from its history too. You see, William doesn't go down to the lumber yard to pick up supplies. He salvages trees, trunks, and limbs from friends and neighbors all around Nacogdoches.
She was an elderly lady that had the tree cut down, and fortunately enough, she was willing to give me the tree just to get out of her yard.
Will's Woodworks has been open for several years now, and folks around town already know his story. And they knew he was the man to call when a local landmark was in peril. The historic Fredonia Hotel. Anyone who grew up in its heyday remembers it was the finest place in town. A few years ago, that wasn't the case. It took a new owner more than a year and more than $12 million to save it. But what they couldn't save was the famous catalpa tree the hotel was built around. Of course, one local woodturner was the perfect person to honor its memory.
Even people that has never stayed in the hotel knew of this tree because of the atrium and the ducks that used to be there and the goldfish. It was just such a unique feature.
In a way, it's almost like you're giving new life to this piece of wood.
I see it that way, yes, sir. You know, it's more than just a tree. It's part of local history, and to be given the opportunity to preserve that is really a good feeling.
A quiet strength exists in the trees around Nacogdoches, and for 26 years, people have been glad it's there. William Sowell speaks softly, but will carry a big stick to help those in need, and then he'll carve it into something beautiful. Just don't expect this humble creative to ever take credit away from the creator.
People ask me all the time, are you the one that created this art? And I tell them, I'm not an artist. You know, God and Mother Nature is the one that did this. I get to expose it and share it with people.
So if you're not an artist, would you at least admit you're a pretty darn good craftsman?
I can go along with that.